She's had difficulty in parking. Well, Trevor has sent his apologies, but I'll mention that during the meeting. Okay. No, this Professor Lella Nouri. She's meant to be here. That was the plan, wasn't it?
It
Here.
was, Chair, yes. I'll check my emails again, but I haven't received anything from her.
So scared of them. Anyway, okay, let's start the meeting. Recording.
We are, Chair, yes.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending. We have a member of the public with us this evening, Emma McNamara. And we are expecting actually Professor Lella Nouri from Swansea University to be talking about Flip the Streets initiative. But she's not arrived as of yet. So we'll start the meeting, and apologies for absence, please.
Yeah, and apologies from Councillor Sarah Keaton, Councillor Phil Keaton, and Councillor Trevor Carr.
Thank you. Any declarations of interest? Here we go. A couple of proposals, but that's not an interest, is it? No, none. Minutes of the previous meeting held on the 15th of October. There are a number of things related to that meeting which will come up later on in the meeting. Outstanding actions, please, Ian.
Right, sure. Yeah. The first one is number 37, which is for the CO to email Mind for participation with MCC events. Have you had any update on that, Kerry?
Yes, they've been attending support sessions on a Thursday afternoon.
So can I show that as complete now?
Yeah.
Yes.
They've been attending, have they?
Yes, they're due to attend next week for a bereavement support session.
Oh, good. Oh, that's good. Splendid. The others?
Yeah, there's only a few more, Chair. The next one, number 38, Councillor O'Brien circulating information on remote cameras to other committee members.
Oh, I've got that.
Okay, we'll put that back.
The only update on that, is that for Langland car park?
The skate park, I think.
Oh, no, that wasn't me for skate park. I wasn't involved in that. I was more for Langland car park. I've got an update on that though. I've been quoted.
More to do with providing information and assistance and general.
The clerk was on that meeting with Will Lowe. I know I got the guy involved, but then I left it over to. We have had an update on that, haven't we, Kerry, at the last meeting?
We provided an update on that, and as Will and I were just discussing before the meeting started, we're just asking them for a price for the wildlife cameras to see how much that comes back for.
Shall I show those complete then, Chair? Are you happy with that?
One moment,
sorry.
please. Yes, what?
Yeah, so just to circle back, I think what Langland needs is something more than the wildlife cameras that MCC and anything MCC can provide. It needs the proper, CCTV cameras that the police have got down there, because obviously there's a lot of antisocial behaviour issues down there. So we've put in a request via myself, Angela and Francesca to the cabinet member, and it's sort of on a list of potentials. And myself and Kerry met with the CCTV officer, and we did discuss Langland, but I don't think the community council is right for that task. That should be led by the police and the Swansea Council, to be honest. The Langland part.
Yeah, that's fine. Yes. What did it say specifically? Was it skate park?
No, it was just general information about the use of cameras, because there was a number of areas, and I think it started from the skate park, but then we were just using councillors who had experience of accessing cameras and how we put it together, really.
It's pretty much been action then, because I passed them on to Kerry.
Completed, yeah.
Thank you. Right, the next one, 39, is, sorry.
I'm sorry if I've missed an email or a meeting or something, but I didn't know anything about cameras until you said last month. Cameras to the skate park and a pole from Underhill to go to the skate park and cameras for Langland. Have I missed a meeting or an email including the rest of the committee so we know what's going on?
Yeah, you missed a meeting, so you must have, yeah.
Yeah, you must have, it's been discussed.
I think this is one.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
the,
Well, I remember when you said that you and
For
the
example.
had a meeting with county. I didn't know anything about.
well, you were at, sorry to interrupt you, you were at the meeting on the 15th of October,
Yes,
and we had the PCSOs here.
yes. And I remember Will saying that he and the clerk had attended a meeting with the county council, and I didn't know anything about that.
And it's minuted that the use of CCTV to be considered as a method of capturing details of those responsible for any
Yes, but
antisocial.
before, they didn't know that you'd been discussions about it. I didn't know about meeting with the clerk at County Hall, or that there was a poll. I just wondered if we could, if I missed a meeting and I missed that, then I do apologise. But I'm just trying to keep the meeting all together.
I think it goes, sorry, Chair, it goes back, so I did the initial email to Gareth Pritchard, which is the gentleman I've been dealing with on CCTV, and I passed him on to her. That was dated the 6th of August. I would imagine it would be a meeting perhaps off the back of that.
We had the meeting with him on the 4th of September, so we would have updated the September committee meeting about that meeting.
Okay, thank you.
It's for later on the agenda.
Just thought it's just come through, Chair. I don't like it for later on.
Yeah, okay. You happy with the conclusion?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Right. The next one is actually complete because it's a duplicate. 39. There's a new action created 42, which I'll come on to in a minute. The next one is number 40, which relates to repair, which is being allocated to Ashley Haynes, and he is in liaison with Paul Bynan. I've seen some emails in relation to that, so that's ongoing. That concerns the worn out grassed areas.
Oh, yeah.
The last one, apart from the CCTV, is the roller skating proposal to write back to seek additional information on the proposal. Kerry, did you manage to do that? Kerry's left us. Shall I come back to that one, Chair?
Keep it on the agenda for the next one.
I am here, sorry, what was the question again?
So did you manage to write regarding the roller skating proposal? Did you manage to write back to the proposer?
No, I didn't, so I will take that action.
Okay, I'll leave that one.
Put it on the next meeting.
There we are. And the last one is in relation to a proposal. This is action 42, and a proposal from Councillor Will Thomas to make a recommendation for the funding of a camera at Mumbles Skate Park and moving the pole from Underhill to the skate park. Is that correct, Will?
Yeah. So just to confirm, it was the price of the wildlife camera. I believe it must have been verbally. We had it confirmed in the meeting was like a couple of £100, and the price of moving the pole was also, £200 or £300, which a pole itself is quite expensive.
Yes.
So if I suppose if we put a budget figure about £1,000 towards it, and obviously any underspend would just go back into the contingency, so it wouldn't be wasted, obviously.
Okay.
So if I just propose, it's on
Are you
the,
happy to do it now?
as long as the chair of the meeting is happy to do it now, I'm happy to do it now, but
You know, recommendation
It does come-
meeting will, or recommendation that went to full council? Sorry.
It, item number 9 on the agenda is the CCTV at the skate park, so we'll do it.
Thank you.
Okay.
And that's it.
That concludes the
Okay.
action. Thank you,
Thank
Chair.
you very much. Thank you. Budget monitoring reports. to the 30th of the 9th, 25. Reports were attached. Everyone happy with those?
Yes.
And moving on swiftly, budget 26-27. Now, this evening is a deadline of sorts for proposals. So we're not going to be discussing the whether we should have it or whether we shouldn't have it. Whoever's filled in a budget proposal form is entitled to put that forward. So I think we've got a list here of some.
I don't think so.
No?
This is the list that the RFO sent to us, and he would like us to resolve it. The budget,
You've got
these columns.
You've got the spreadsheet.
That's correct, yeah. It's an additional spreadsheet. It's only about,
I have got.
yeah, it's a hard copy there. And if we want to make any amendments to the last column, we can, I'll minute, he wants it minuted before the meeting in January.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Claims.
Just bear with me, please. Underhill Function Room, proposer, Councillor Will Thomas. This is a whopper.
It is.
Um,
I'm happy to talk to it if you like.
yeah, so I'll just drop this shoulder a second. Will?
Okay, so it's a budget proposal for £55,000 for a function room at Underhill. I think it's a little bit premature to decide whether it should go in or be out of this meeting now, because we've got to wait for the consultant's report to come back to see if the consultant thinks that a function room is a good idea at Underhill. I personally think it is, because it would massively increase the revenue, not only from the rental of the facility, but also people would come out of that function room. Like, for example, if you had I'm using the yoga as an example, easy example, if they go in there at 10 o'clock when all the halls are busy at the same time, come out of there, they go straight into the hub and buy a coffee, for example, or kids' birthday parties, funerals. Obviously, the main place for that at the moment is the cricket club, but the cricket club's, obviously booked out a lot. So, we'd then potentially have two venues for that sort of thing. So the idea is a function room on the side that's in the current pavilion. £55,000 would be 30% of the funds. We'd look to utilise one of the Swansea Council existing 70%, 30% grants. And if we weren't successful in that, then obviously we wouldn't be able to do it, because it would cost, quite a lot of money to get the pavilion into a functioning function room. So that's the proposal. But I think it's probably a little bit premature, because we need to see what the report says from the consultant to see if they think that it's a good idea. And also, it would need all this would be subject to planning as well, planning permission, license, all that sort of stuff. So
Is that where the rugby club was going to have their bar?
so the rugby club currently operates overflow bar in the front of that pavilion, yes. Yeah. And I would think on match days, Mumbles Rangers and Mumbles Rugby could use this function room as a designated, I wouldn't call it a bar, but a designated place that they could go after the games, because the hub could still be used by families then. Because there's a lot of people up there during match days, and the families don't always feel comfortable going in. There's 100 men in.
So we asking the rugby club and the football club to fund it?
I dare say we'd ask them to contribute, but they're voluntary organisations, obviously, and we are going to be taking over potentially, hopefully rather, in my personal opinion, that is nothing else, taking over the Underhill, and we would be responsible for the running of Underhill. We would control the venue, which would be the function room and the cafe. If you want Mumbles rugby and football to run a competitive venue next door to ours, then that gets complicated, I think.
Bearing in mind, it probably is handy. I know it's premature, but still, if you remember when we originally were applying for our Swansea City Council funding, do you remember it stopped when we went into Purdy because of the general election?
Yeah.
So if we've got the Senate election next year, you don't want to be missing any opportunities.
It's true, yeah.
So from March onwards, they may March, April, May.
Yeah.
So you've only got pretty much December, January, February to do anything.
Yeah, so put it in, move quick on it. Because, for example, that 55,000 would ideally be, in my opinion, again, would ideally be put aside towards the 30% of that. It's an estimate based on when I've spoken to a surveyor.
So would you as property councillors be putting in a complaint?
I mean, yeah, and I don't think that's really a discussion for now. I mean,
Well, yes, it is. If you're asking for community council money, then we always, the first thing we say is how much from county is going.
so what you've got to remember is this is a community council run potentially, well, currently and potentially in the future, community council run venue, completely separate thing to the county council, I think. I mean,
But they don't make me.
yeah, we're talking. Yeah, we're
I'm
talking.
not being rude, but will you have your allowance from county council next year, financial year? Or?
Yes, we'll run up until 2020.
Got a meeting. I'm sorry.
Yes, so our budget will run on as normal, but we've got 3 projects. Obviously, mine was the Bowls Pavilion, which I've contributed towards, but we've got another 2 in the pipeline.
I was just asking.
Yeah.
So that's it really. It's basically, in my opinion, it would bring a lot more revenue to the hub and be able to generate a lot more and get us to break-even point a lot quicker. So that's the proposal.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your proposal. I would just remind everyone that this is an aspirational submission. It will be subjected to scrutiny. There'll be plenty of opportunity at the right time to break it down into bits. Obviously, if we weren't going to be taking over the hub, it wouldn't be an item, would it?
Well,
I bet it would.
I mean, from my point of view, it probably would be worth considering. But yes, far less
Might be slightly different.
priority. Yeah.
But anyway, the proposal form has been done. It's been put through to the RFO, and it will go forward then to the scrutiny meeting. Anyway, good evening, Mr. Eames. Thank you for coming. Right. Let's see what else we've got.
Next budget proposal, is it?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Not the cemetery.
Bollard lighting, is it?
Next one is
lightning water filter. Do we talk to that?
function room. Yes, the bollards.
Yeah, so obviously we've had the another budget proposal I've put forward. So we've had the lighting put in from the hub all the way to the car park now, which when you're dropping off kids and walking through the park in the night, it's really, really good. We can put whatever time we want on that. I believe it's about 10:15 at the moment it goes off, so that's great. So it still, protects wildlife and stuff, so it's not on all night. So the proposal here is that we run it from Langland Road to the hub so that people feel comfortable and happy to walk. I obviously encourage more people to walk to the
From the top line.
And the steps.
No, sorry.
The other
Sorry, yeah.
side.
Yeah. We have had requests on our Facebook page for lights through the steps, but I don't think that's
Opposite the church.
Yeah.
yeah, opposite the church, up to the hub, up to the rugby pitch, basically on that straight, and you go past the play area. So it's based on quotes we had for the other section, and I've also included a water bottle filler, which would potentially go opposite the children's playground. So, you know,
The outside of the.
no, we haven't got one at Underhill now.
Just outside.
We haven't got one currently, so I just think it would be good to put one somewhere. So it doesn't have to be opposite the playground, and it'd probably be cheaper to put it on the side of the hub, to be
I would
honest.
have thought it would be cheaper, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, but yeah, I don't mind where it goes, but it's just included in that. So that's that one.
So this cost covers the bollard lighting and the water filter.
Yeah, it's the figure that I came to was based on what we paid for the last one, plus, you know, the water filter and other stuff.
Sorry, so what is the figure?
22,000.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, okay. Well, again, that's subject to scrutiny. Oysterwood Cemetery. Who's the proposer of this? Oh, it's me. Right, and it's to improve the access into Oysterwood Cemetery at the end of Slade Road. The steps currently and the ramp that's there are in very poor condition. Rather steep for wheelchairs and mobility or non-mobility scooters or persons.
I wouldn't like to be in a wheelchair coming down that hill.
No.
Sorry?
I'd like to be in a wheelchair coming down that hill.
Well, anyway, it's a cost proposal here for 12,000. So we have I brought this to council previously
Yeah.
in another life, but it didn't go very far. But we may be more fortunate the next time. So the form has been done for that one. And there's another one, Castle Field Improved Access. The proposer, Carrie Townsend Jones, and it's to widen the path on the eastern side of Castle Field to allow safe vehicular access, authorised vehicles only. This will prevent damage to the grass by vehicle cutting across. Anyway, it goes on.
Yeah, so can I just explain what
Yeah.
she wants to do there? I think when I did speak to her about it, the allotments that this would service cannot deliver. They can't drop stuff off to the allotments, basically, so they'd be able to drive up to them. Although that's a hell of a lot of money to, you know, do that. 17,000 to widen the road. I believe the only benefit to that would be those allotment holders.
Is that on the right hand side of the woods?
Yeah, as you're on the castle on the green,
Yeah.
It's in the sea.
the allotments next to the.
So what, you can drive all the way through the castle field?
Yeah. So it's the perimeter path currently on the castle, and what she's proposing is it's wide enough for a car to go on. Which again would obviously,
So,
I don't think all the way around, but certainly well, past the big tree at the back. So yeah, I mean, obviously great for the allotment holders, but then you're making a road inside a park as well. So, you know,
it'd be cheaper to buy a three-wheeler.
cheaper to employ someone to be there full time with their wheelbarrow.
More attractive.
Anyway, so yeah.
Well,
I think the Italian put to
which
three-wheeler.
allotments would it be serving? The Norton one? No, not the.
No, is it Castlefield allotments? Is that what it's called?
There's one behind the castle, and there's one parallel with the orchard.
Yes,
There's
that one.
one the other side.
The one
of
parallel with the orchard. The one that's serviced from in the woods and off the castle field.
Mm. Anyway, it's a form that's been filled in, it's been put forward to the RFO. And again, I'll just mention the cost. 18,000,
Absolutely.
budget estimate 18.
Okay, 17, yeah.
Oh, well, might be a bit of discount on a Monday. Anyway, again, it's subject to scrutiny. There was one other one, I'll mention it now, which should go on the 26-27 budget. Due to the unsavoury behaviour at the Mumble Skate Park, I spoke to the RFO as to whether we should be increasing the
Sorry, what unsavoury behaviour?
graffiti at the
Okay.
skate park. So I said, well, do you think we ought to increase the maintenance fund? So that has been, he's got that down here. 5% inflation. Additional £500 graffiti removal. Yeah, so that will impact on certainly on the budget of community and social. Because the way things are, there's every likelihood if we continue to try and remove it, we're going to incur considerable cost. If we stand back and just let it. It's a shame the lady's not here this evening. That was going to speak to about Flip the Streets initiative.
Do you know anything about it?
Anything about it?
I've heard of it.
Probably what she's, it should be on your letter. Yeah. I've not spoken with her.
Okay.
Ian's spoken with her.
No, it was actually Hannah, and I sort of was in the middle.
Oh,
And I forwarded to you then, and I arranged tonight's appointment with her via
Okay.
email.
Yeah,
On that, I haven't actually spoken to the lady.
yeah. Anyway, I've not spoken with her.
Okay.
She mentioned me in a communication, and so we invited her to the meeting tonight, but she's not turned up. Yeah,
Sorry,
we'll
Could I-
chase it up.
can I just clarify something?
Yeah,
On the budget that Paul sent us, it's 8,800 for the skate park maintenance. So that figure needs to rise for our is that correct? Or shall I leave that until would you be able to assist with that figure? Is it going to be a high figure?
well, that is the increase.
Or is it because it's 8,000?
That's with the
It's the
5%.
same price last year.
7,400, 25-26 was 7,400. Revising the budget 25.
Oh, I see. I was looking at the other, sorry, I was looking at the one below it.
Budget is going up another.
I'm with you. I apologise. I was looking at the one below. Thank you.
The maintenance fund was 8,800, and that continues straight through.
That's what I was looking at. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everyone happy with that?
I
don't think there were any other budget proposals. But those budget proposals will, you've had them all, and they'll have to go through to Paul.
Yes, he's got more, I hope.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He sent them to me, so yes.
yeah. So, well, we're, to see if, it might be a good opportunity to invite Emma to, you've got certain concerns, so I'm not sure what they are, so.
Well, I wanted to sort of talk about things on the agenda, sort of stuff around, graffiti is interested in this Flip the Streets initiative, and basically I'm here in a sort of capacity. I'm a volunteer archivist with Story Mumbles, and I run a community-led initiative, West Cross Tidy Team. I'm a resident in West Cross. And basically, there's no sense of pride in West Cross at the moment. We've had sort of instances of graffiti, which we can't get cleared, we can't get graffiti removal. The West Cross Council have said it costs too much to remove. Residents have painted over the BT boxes themselves. So, I had a thought, and I'm sort of doing this sort of West Cross aspect of Story Mumbles, sort of trying to coordinate something. And I thought, how about like Mumbles Males have got the BT boxes, the murals, you can turn a corner everywhere. It's vibrant, feel a real sense of pride
Good, don't they?
on the streets down there. But I think we've got one in West Cross down by Washing House Brook, and maybe I think one outside Grange School. There's nothing. But really, so the point being, sort of like with this Flip the Streets initiative, as I've looked into, it's about sort of diverting things, giving people a sense of ownership, if there is graffiti or maybe youth groups. The Linden Church have said they'd be prepared for their sort of youth club to get involved in that work, sort of in collaboration with Story Mumbles about local history, for ideas to go on the boxes. So to bring that to you guys and be like, right, please, will you get on board with this? Can you set up a sort of group and get behind it? Because West Cross really, really needs it. And it's just really playing to the sort of social aspect of lifting West Cross up this Cross.
I think it's quite a creative idea. Have you spoken with the West Cross councillors?
Yes. But I wouldn't go there. I didn't find it very helpful with a lot of stuff. We couldn't get graffiti removed, like I said. The councillors said it cost too much. And then I found it encouraging watching your meetings, and sort of you've got the police on board with the graffiti sort of thing. And I can't sit and watch these meetings with these West Cross councillors. They're not doing anything. It's we need. It really needs sort of sprucing up. And I want to find things that get, like I say, give people a sense of ownership. Get the youth behind it. You've got like other things like sort of ASB partnerships, working with things like Evolve, the youth projects, getting people on board. I think that Phil Keaton had mentioned about it's us becoming involved, volunteers from there, and really sort of making getting sort of especially the youngsters as well, and that Flip the Streets initiative really sort of. Well, I was looking forward to hearing this.
Yeah.
Well, I think your ideas are very creative, and it's we're in a dip at the moment. Yes, we're not sure what's going to be happening about the graffiti at the skate park. We have had communications from people about the graffiti at the bottom of Fairwood Road on the boxes there. And, something needs to be done about it.
I've been going around planting and paying for sort of, bulbs and things that were money. It's I'm not getting any support. I'm clearing weeds because they stopped the weeds.
I think
the place has gone to the dogs.
Thousands of bulbs have been planted in the last couple. I'm not on environment, but I think off the top of my head, thousands of bulbs have been planted. But you would need to talk to the right people.
Well,
yeah, just with regards to the BT boxes, I'm glad you like them, and we like them very much. We've obviously what councillors do with their for instance, that's the wrong word for it. Budget. Thank you. Is up to them and what they prioritise. Now we've done loads of stuff, not just that by any means, but we've often thought that it does bring the area up. And I know, out of no prompting, Newton School actually went on a tour last week with the little kids, and they took them around Newton looking at all the boxes. And
I don't know if you had all across Swansea. It was like follow the map.
Exactly. Yeah.
We'll have people walking up West Cross spot.
And it does.
And the QR code linking
Yeah.
to Story Mumbles.
Well, yeah, that's the idea on a couple of them, is to put QR codes literally saying, so we're on the same page with that one. It's but the money from that has come from either myself, Angela, Francesca, as Swansea Council budget or Mumbles budget.
Right.
It is all Swansea, isn't it? Yeah, but
Swansea, isn't it?
yeah,
There's Fresh Creative, I've seen some of my social media
Yeah.
posts, and they've said, get in touch, and
Yeah.
it's, you know, some people are saying, you know, let's just do it sort of, the nice fun, you know, beach this way.
but yeah, you do need permission from Virgin. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. So you do need permission, and it does, when we do it with Swansea, it does have to be through a reputable contractor and all that. So there's things that jump through. But yeah, that's basically down to your members to see if that's something they prioritise. However, if it's something that a constituted group, such as if your Keep West Cross Tidy was a constituted group, for example, you could put something towards us for a budget proposal that could be considered.
Okay, look at doing that, because I've got involved with guys from Swansea Council for Voluntary Service, so we're like working on maps and stuff to put agreements into highways for sort of things to do, so it's early days, but yeah.
Yeah, so if you're like a constituted group with a number of members that
Okay.
meets and has a constitution, and you can show that you've had an AGM,
Right.
then at that point, if you say, oh, I want 5 boxes painted in West Cross,
Okay,
then you could come to us and we could consider it as a budget proposal
Okay.
potentially.
Sorry, Chair, what about under the umbrella of Story of Mumbles? If they're going to do it on the lines of maybe like historical ones, or, you know, like we were looking at ones, weren't we, for Mumbles Rangers, but what about under that umbrella?
yeah, because like,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking now, if it was Story of the Mumbles,
Yeah, I suppose the Story of Mumbles has a budget which is mainly the coordination of the volunteers.
no, could they put a budget proposal forward?
I don't think Story of Mumbles is a constituted group. No,
It's just like an extension of this.
yeah, it is. It's not.
This should be set up like that.
Okay, we'll bring this to a close, I think. What I'd like to say to you, Emma, is that I'm sorry you're feeling as if you haven't been getting very far. The way that things work, sometimes they get somewhat tenuous, they go on and on. But if you did have your West Cross Tidy group, and you had a constitution, i.e. as a group of you, and you're a bona fide body, as Will has said, you can come then to MCC, because MCC hasn't been paying
give you the
for
money.
we haven't been paying for any of the boxes. It's the initiative of Team Mumbles that's been doing it out of the city and county budget. Not councillors do get a small sum,
Yeah.
but you know, that goes very quickly. And Kerry wants to, excuse me a second, Kerry?
Yeah, I just want to say there are actually 2 councillors that have used their own budget for Mumbles to paint boxes as well. One of them is Helen Nelson in Wales, and the other one was Rian. When she was West Cross councillor, she commissioned one of the boxes in West Cross.
I think it's Grange School, that one. Yeah, yeah.
Who paid for that?
Rian, when she was a councillor.
Oh, Rian. All right, well, she's gone. Yeah, you know,
Helen Nelson has done wonders with the community council budget compared to, in Wales, compared to.
I can't speak for the others.
I can speak for the others. This is just one.
I don't think we want to go down. I don't.
That's the story of West Cross, but then what I've got the opportunity to say.
I don't think we want to go down that road. All I'm trying to say to you, Emma, thank you for bringing it forward.
Okay.
And if we can help,
Yeah.
because you feel you're not, I'm sure you will get some.
Yeah, the overwhelming advice, make it a constituted group.
Well, yes, and then we can channel.
Things
in a
breaking up of a West
specific way.
Cross boxes overnight.
And I think your idea of the West Cross Tidy Group is, I've seen some of the photographs, and it's been very effective and very productive. So if you're part of that, well done. So give it a bit of time, and I would suggest you try and speak with your elected members there if you can. If you can't, Well, that's another issue.
Well, I'm an elected member and there's no way that you can't speak to me. I'm sitting here and you know where I am, you know where I live, you know where I am every Friday night. But you've never tried to come and talk to me about it. And every Friday night I'm always cross.
Well, I'm sure.
Answer?
All right. So I hope you feel as if you've got somewhere.
I do. Yeah.
Well, that's pleasing anyway. So
Forward. Very early days, but it's, yeah.
yeah.
Well, we'll let me go and bring.
Yeah.
Yes. Why not? Okay.
I can leave
You- You're quite happy then. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. We can't do anything about Flip the Streets. That hasn't happened. As far as any update on the, oh, yes, Kerry? You did.
Meet Kerry.
Yeah, just like to come in on Flip the Street. I don't know if any of you have actually read or looked at the information on the website. Ian, can you mute me, please? Thank you. If you looked at the information on the website that was provided by the professor from Swansea Council, it's actually in conjunction with Fresh Creative, which is the company that we've used to commission the telephone boxes. They are very interested in they've identified the skate park as an area to do some mural work, and the way it works is they will get the graffiti artists involved and the people who have been tagging down there involved in creating the mural. There is also then an app that they use, which if there is offensive graffiti down there, you can photograph the graffiti and it helps identify whose tagging it is and who's been doing the graffiti, so it helps with the prevention of it. I did attend a meeting last week with Swansea Council and some other representatives concerning safeguarding issues, and Swansea Council and the safeguarding team are aware that that Flip the Streets have reached out to us to see if there's something that we would be looking to do down the skate park. I have spoken with the skaters this week with regards to the suggestion of the idea, and they have said although they would prefer it to stay as clean and not painted, it's entirely up to the council how we proceed. I'd just also like to correct some information that was discussed in the last meeting when I wasn't here. The graffiti has actually been cleaned down the skate park once, which was off the bins and benches, which Swansea City Council can do for us. But because of the way the graffiti needs to be cleaned off the skate bowl, Swansea graffiti team couldn't clean it for us because there's a special coating on the concrete that if they cleaned it their way, it would take that special coating off. I spent a considerable amount of time sourcing, trying to find companies that could do the cleaning to that specification, and I could only find one. That quote came forward to council via this committee to council for consideration, with the skating group willing to contribute £300 towards that cost. And in the council meeting in October, which I couldn't attend because I was in a conference, it was a democratic decision of the council not to accept that quote and to go down the route of purchasing smaller bottles, which are down the side of my desk there, of graffiti removal. Now, I know that Councillor Phil Keaton has been down the skate park a couple of early mornings this week, and he has used a couple of the bottles to undertake some of the removal of the graffiti down there. But my concern is that obviously, as it has been highlighted, that there is a safeguarding issue down the skate park with the graffiti, that we do need to be looking at actively doing something, whether we pay the 1,900 to have it all completely removed, which was the quote that came to council, or whether we look at the initiative of the Flip the Streets. And I'm happy to reach out to the professor that's contacted us and have a discussion with her and bring back further information or circulate it to members of the group once I've had that discussion with her. Thank you.
I think you have to take note of what the skaters want. So if they are saying, and I think it's what they've always said from the start, we don't want it to be graffitied, then they are not people who are graffitiing it, and they don't like that it's graffitied. I know Phil's been down there trying out a few things, and when he gets himself sorted, we'll go down and do it. We were going to do it half term, but then Sarah said
it's all very disappointing. This it's been going on since June.
I have to say, somebody has said to me,
discussion. I'm making a statement. This has been going on since June, and something needs to be done about it. We have got it on the agenda here: vandalism, graffiti at the skate park. And Phil isn't here this evening. The first thing I would have done is asked him, well, what progress have you made, if any? The clerk has come in and mentioned a couple of things which I wasn't aware of, that she's met with skaters, whomever they are, because the MCA is not in existence any longer. Is it?
I don't know.
Eh?
I'll come back in on that one, Chair, if that's okay. So I've actually emailed one of the skaters who is the prime contact that I was given when I started. He was the one who contacted me to say that MSA have £300 to put towards the graffiti removal down there. I've emailed him about the proposal from Flip the Streets initiative, and whilst he's come back to me saying that obviously they, as skaters, would prefer it to stay plain, they understand the benefits of having that initiative in place and having real work on there, and that they would be interested for us to hear what she has to say, and then obviously it is a council decision on whether you go ahead with that proposal or whether you go ahead with getting it removed and keeping it clean.
Yeah, well, thank you for this belated information. I think it would be prudent if we were to have that information as a committee, and then we can be brought up to speed on it, as it were, and then we can.
The quotes for the committee came to committee in September for the removal of the graffiti and went to full council in October. The information from the skater I've only received this week, and that's why that's only coming forward to the committee this evening.
Yeah, well.
Can I come back with what I was going to say? Don't shoot the speaker. What has been said to me was, if this was all over Underhill, it wouldn't still be here since last June. But it's the skate park. But if this had been done to Underhill, it would have been done straight away. Don't shoot the speaker. I'm just sending on the message. Don't send it. Don't shoot the messenger.
Well, that doesn't move anything any further. Anyway, we'll look forward to hearing a bit more from Phil Keaton as to the progress on what he's made.
Just one question, really. Has anyone made contact with Chris, the county councillor, with regards to asking him to contribute or help?
Yeah, Chair, he was emailed and he's on holiday and there's no update until the next meeting.
The green chap, Wales.
Are you talking about the graffiti in Males or the graffiti on the skate park?
Same thing. Males skate park is in.
No. There's others, as Helen said, there's other pieces of graffiti around Males as well that she's not happy with.
Okay, I was just talking about this. I wasn't aware of the other ones. But it's just.
She said because she recognised the same motif on places that she had seen as well as the skate.
When I went to the meeting and met Paul Evans, the City and County Safety Officer, all councillors were invited to that meeting. It's the only one that happened. What we did, we put some posters up around the skate park, but they were primarily to do with staying safe and, that sort of thing, because of another incident that had happened, which we won't discuss. But the graffiti has increased considerably. If there's a flat surface anywhere, it is being tagged. It's
a pity Phil
it's covered in it.
Been done at 7.
Table there, new table.
I know you said it.
Completely covered.
Yeah, you said
It's appalling.
if
So-
Phil was here, he could tell us how he's got on. He's been down at 7 o'clock in the morning, just testing things out to see what we can do. I bought the rubber gloves, they're all ready.
You see, when I met with that Paul Evans gentleman, I asked him if he would have a chat with the city graffiti team, but I haven't heard anything back from him. But there's a few fingers in the pie going on here, and I'm not aware of what's happening.
Together as a committee.
This is the problem, I think, because at one time it was being dealt with for some extraordinary reason by the Environmental Committee.
Because
It had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Apparently,
If they was in this committee,
apparently they were trying to help because nothing was being done.
well, people have been talking or nothing has been happening. Anyway, that's where we. The next thing now, item number 9, CCTV, the mobile.
Sorry, Chair, can I just ask you to just go back to the graffiti at the skate park? Because obviously I would ideally like a recommendation to come from this committee, because as I've highlighted, there is a safeguarding issue with regards to the graffiti down there. I've got feedback to Swansea Council. If there is anything that we are proactively going to do about the graffiti down there.
Yeah.
Can you explain what you mean by a safeguarding issue?
Not really, because it was a confidential meeting. There is graffiti down there that is causing a safeguarding issue, and that's all I can say.
Yeah. I think I can understand you wanting a vote to be made on. A second.
Thank you.
With regards to making a decision this evening, in the absence of Professor Nouri, before we commit to any financial cost in the removal, any additional financial cost, we ought to listen to what the lady has to offer, because she's been working on a skate park in Gorsinan and she had a grant from City for that. So maybe we can get a grant from City for here.
The scheme is funded by Swansea City Council, and when I spoke earlier, I did say if you want me to go to her and obviously ask further questions about the initiative and get that information that would have been provided to you this evening and circulate that amongst you as members, I'm happy to do that, but you need to give me a direction of what you want me to do.
Yes, I would get that information and then we can move forward. I don't see the point in going out and spending money when we can get a grant for it.
And also, we'd be happy for that to bypass this committee and go to full council, right? If it was.
Yes, to expedite matters, it can go straight to full council. If you've got it. Yeah. Okay. Is that all you need? Right, thank you. Right, the CCTV at the skate park. Do you want to?
Yeah, I think we've covered most of it, but the what I would just propose, I suppose, if we could just put it as a budget recommendation. There's obviously no budget proposal forms been done for this, so I don't know if this is even possible. Carrie will answer, but just to put £1,000 up to £1,000. So I'm sure it'll be less than that, but up to £1,000 to move the pole, which is currently in Underhill Park, not being used, into the skate park, and then put either one or two of the fly tip cameras on there. We would then have to get one of our staff to take it down and charge the batteries. I think once every 6 to 8 weeks or so they last. But it would give us then coverage of the skate park. And if an incident does happen, we would have to take it down and take the hard drive out. So that's how they work. But you can get Wi-Fi ones as well, but I can see Kerry with her hand up, Chair, so I'll stop.
Kerry?
Yeah, just want to check, do you want that to happen this financial year, or do you want that in the budget for next year? Because if you want it to happen this financial year, you'd need to look at firing funds from somewhere or withdrawing from contingency.
I would have thought out of this year's budget. I don't see that we should be hanging around until the next financial year.
Yeah, no, I'm comfortable with what I can.
We can clarify that with Paul when he comes back next week or the week after. Otherwise, we'll be into April.
Yeah, it would be.
It needs to be dealt with before then.
So yeah, so the recommendation.
Fire, I'm sure it's not for me to suggest where you can find it, but perhaps we could explore where you can look for that £1,000. It's predicted.
How high is this pole?
It's like a street light pole.
I can't remember if you've already answered this, but do we know how legal it is to use that footage, like if there's an incident, if it's not there as CCTV, it's there as a fly tip camera.
Yeah, they did give us that information on the call, with the CCTV lot. We're allowed to do it, basically. I can't remember, they did explain the whole legalities around it, but we are allowed to do that, yeah. Basically, who has access to that data, obviously, as you can imagine. So as long as,
Controller for the information.
yeah, so as long as it's yeah, it would be,
Not that far.
yes, they could be identified, yeah.
It's full. If it's as tall as the box here.
You can it comes down like that.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah, you'll have to scale up it.
I won't ask you.
Just put trampoline.
I'm paid to see that.
So we can put that as an action point for the RFO to see if he can acquire funds for the.
That's a recommendation for full council, yes.
So the
Full council.
Should I recommend the wording? So is that recommended the environment of £1,000 towards moving the existing post Underhill playground to the skate park, and adding cameras, and I suppose that the clerk just also needs to be, chief officer needs to be consulted with to what staffing and who would charge the batteries up and replace them if something happened. And
He's the tallest fellow we can.
well, I guess we get price from Swansea would probably do it though, because it's their park, they put it in, and yeah.
Oh, it had to be done correctly.
Did you ask them about it? Have you got a price on it?
No, that's no, this is very
Just taking a pop with it.
no, they did tell us roughly how much it would be to move the pole. One of the guys at the council told me before verbally, yeah.
So it's cheaper to put up a new one, dig out an old one.
Dig up an old one, they're very expensive. Well, say very expensive, they're
It's
expensive.
never been used.
No, the fear, the reason it was put up in Underhill Play Park was when the park was all brand new, the fear was that it would be vandalised, but I think because it's such a good park, people have, they respected it and valued it, and
There's been no damage at all.
well,
Marvelous.
some wood now.
No, speaking as it as said, it's absolutely marvelous. Anyway,
Superstition.
last thing on the agenda, thank you for being so patient, all of you. The neighbourhood alert initiative, that's something that's, you'll all been getting this on your phone, have you, from the PCSOs? Have you joined it?
You can't speak in that.
Sorry.
We were at a PAT meeting last night and they were handing out loads of leaflets on how you get onto the South Wales Police site, and then they will email you and you have lots of updates there.
Yeah, they've been doing, they were doing it at Mark's the other week.
Yeah.
I've got one
So
somewhere.
lots of point of contact.
South Wales Listens, that's another one.
You can sign up to the wherever it is, and you get local alerts as well, like the
Yeah,
here and
Yams and so on. No, it's a good idea, right? Anyway, that's what that's all about. You all know about it, so. If there's anything else? Would you like to ask any questions, Mr. Eames?
Hello, everybody. I've just wanted to ask, can you hear me? Sorry. Can you hear me? Sorry, can you hear me? Obviously, nobody can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you, Mike. They've just turned their microphone off because it echoes.
Mike, that's it. What I did, I muted you to make it easier for you to speak, so you can't hear us. So I'm just going to mute you again, okay?
Okay, thank you. I wasn't aware. I just wanted to point out when you were talking about graffiti that I understand the graffiti and what's going on, And I think it's quite a good thing for young people to do this sort of thing, strange enough. But if they did it well. But also the problem is, I think it's spreading out along the promenade now, and that's something that I think we should be concerned about. That's all I've got to say. Thank you.
Thank you for that valid comment. It is something I've said myself, actually, because it did work its way down to Knights Brown site. So
But there is a chap for Swansea Council who goes up and down the prom clearing the graffiti out. He goes with his bucket and he clears it all off. So I said, why aren't you doing the skate park? He said, "From the." So there is somebody now actively on the prom going up and down as part of Swansea City Council's team.
yeah, well, there is a graffiti team at Swansea City, and that's why I spoke with that Paul Evans, and we didn't hear any more about it. But anyway, thank you for that, Mike. Well, that's it. I think unless there's any.
That's a wrap.
Thank you.
Right.
Like to hear you rap, actually. Yeah.
Sorry?
Can you rap?
Up in front of ladies.
So ask where Mike was.